Okay, I know I sporadically come on here. I am still gonna do a live on Sunday. Oh, remember this light. Oh, I remember this light. How much I hate it because of this other light. So, anyways, this is why I come on here because I was on Instagram preaching and doing my thing. And I'm like, you know what? I have another group of people that I want to tell this to because y'all are so fabulous. And you guys are the ones that really, not that Instagram ain't. So you guys are the ones that are really like, looking for that fire, because you guys are those creators, you guys are those crafters, you guys are looking for that energy to sell your products, get that motivation, get that inspiration, get the courage, all of that good stuff. So you guys are looking for that. So when I was over on Instagram talking about this kind of stuff that I'm about to preach to y'all, because like I said, my channel isn't just about crafting, it's about uplifting and inspiring and all of that good stuff. So like when I say, may the 4th be with you, may the 4th be with you, because today is the only day that you guys, there we go. So May the 4th is you only get this day once. That's it. May the 4th, 2021. You only get this day once. So let's make it count. Let's make it mean something. Here's what I want to tell y'all. Again, I see so many people talking about, I just don't know if my craft is worth anything. I don't know what I do is worth anything. And let me just say this. I'm not just going to speak on a crafting level or a creative level. This is just in your life in general. I just want to say, that I really want you guys to take this dream that you guys have, because I know a lot of you guys are creators and you're like, I want to be able to sell my product. I want to have the confidence in my craft. Take that little pea size, feeling and let it grow. Let it grow into something that is just burning a desire in you to go for it. Make your why, why you get up, why you do this, why you do that. Make your why when it comes to your creative side so big you can't ignore it. Because I was talking about how my business is going. I figured out what my store did last month, and I'm halfway at my goal for me to not have to work for somebody. I say full-time, I'm only working 4 days, but I mean full-time, or it could be my choice. And, even though I'm only halfway there, I don't see it as a negative thing. I don't have a time frame of when it needs to be the full-time deal. I'm just happy that I even have this opportunity and that I have made it happen. And I know I did a live when I was in my store and I was kind of explaining to you guys how I did it, and I want to also say, I know with everything that is happening, and not even when everything was happening, but just in life in general, we don't have all of this extra money just floating around for a lot of us to just go ahead and invest into a business. We have so many obligations that we have to take care of first before we can dive into our wreath making or our candle making or whatever it is that we do. But I want, my dream was literally built on $5 investing in here. And I mean, $5, I went to the dollar store and then bought 5 things that I thought someday I could use in a business. The most random crap, and that's literally how it has happened. My shop is something that has been a dream of mine for years and years and years. And I just have bins and bins of crap, that I have saved up. So $5, and again, I understand that not everybody has that $5 either. But this is how I started. I started with the $5 and then a why that I was I'm not the best at my craft. I'm not the, most talented, most creative, most whatever people want to say when they want to judge somebody else. But you know what? I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm doing it. And that's something to be proud of for you guys, for me, for anybody. And it goes in all areas of your life. Be proud of everything that you accomplished. Be proud that you are a mom or that you are a great employee or whatever it is, or just be proud. And then take that and make that your why And then just keep going with it, little steps by little steps. They say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, and I truly believe that. And so I'm just like doing baby steps along the way. And because there are such little steps, I'm actually gaining traction. Like I'm actually making moves by my tiny steps instead of taking these big leaps and like trying to, prove myself in ways that I'm just like, Sandra, why even try to even attempt that? Take these little baby steps and, invest into yourself and just keep going. And I want to say too that I know a lot of people that were like, well, I have to have all my ducks in a row in order to even do that. That's not true. That's not true at all, because I never have all of my ducks in a row. In fact, I feel like after a year, I'm finally starting to find a routine, although I've tried to find a routine 100 times. I'm like, oh, every day I'm going to do this. It happened for a week because then I threw something else in the mix. So just keep going. I want you guys to understand that your creativeness and your desire to even just want more, like when it comes to this kind of stuff that we do on the channel, that's already step one. You guys are already like, you've got your toe in that pool. And I really want you guys to just take that pea-size like thought, and I've said it, let it grow and let it like just fester and become something that you just can't ignore anymore. Because it will happen. It will happen. I mean, and I know some people are like, I don't even know like where to start. I will be more than happy to help you, because I'm that average person living an average life. And I say average, which is, it's like saying the word normal. Like, what the heck's normal? What the heck's average? I'm just like somebody who's just trying to do things that make me happy. And along the way, I am investing a little bit into my dream. I never in a million years thought that I would be where I am today. Never in a million years. What the life that I have now is like literally what I fantasized about. Like when people, would fantasize about mansions and, fancy cars. And I'm like, can I just like live in a house? Like, can I just do this? And like, it was such a far off dream. But I was like, I just need to put one foot in front of the other. And then also what has happened is that even if I wasn't financially, able to do things, I always was like, okay, let me read up on things. Let me just become more knowledgeable in anything. Because when an opportunity comes my way, even though I am going to be clearly not qualified for it financially, like I'm not going to have all of the products or whatever, I'm going to be at least able to have a conversation with somebody, and I want them to remember me. That way, when they are like, you know what, you may not be the best person for this situation because we need somebody with a little bit more oomph, you're going to be the one that we pick because you are ready, and you're going to be able to get into this and then work your way through it, or we may be able to help you or something, like with that store that I have. I have a store. My store is about the size of my bedroom. When I walked in there with my bag of candles, I was like, I have a shelf. Like, well, I don't know what the rest of this is going to be, but I have like a shelf full of stuff. Like, I don't have all of this stuff, but thank you for the opportunity. And then slowly and surely it's become something a little bit more. And the way you get the confidence to be proud of what you're doing is really take a look at what you just created. Like, take a look and go, you know what? I'm gonna do my candle right here because it's just sitting right here. Like, how many people make candles? Ask your friends. Do you know, like my mom, she was like, oh, I can make a candle. I'm like, Mom, you could? Okay, what wax is this? And she's like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, do you know where you can buy this container? And she's like, no. I'm like, could you figure out like what wick this is? And she's like, no. I'm like, do you know how much color, how much fragrance oil, how much of all of these things? And she's like, no. And I'm like, I did something that not everybody can do, and you have to toot your own horn. You have to 1000% toot your own horn. It is not being obnoxious. It's not being, conceited. It's not being all of those negative things that people want to say. Like when you make something and you're so damn proud of it and you're like, people are like, ugh, why did that person because like I did something, and so be proud of it. Like take a look at it, ask your friends, like, even if it's to toot your own horn, like I did my mom, like, do you know how to do this? Because it builds confidence. It really does. And that's okay that you have to do it that way sometimes, but I like to follow groups or whatever, and people are just like, like I try to encourage you because you guys are incredible. Like the pictures that I'm seeing, man, you guys are sending me stuff that I'm like, I hope you understand that I'm probably going to steal your idea. So I'll definitely give you credit, but I definitely want to steal that idea because you guys are actually doing a lot of incredible things. And I know people, like, because of the comments that I read, they're like, I'm not quite sure. Put it on Facebook, put it in a group, on Facebook or whatever, and then you're going to see, like, let that feed your ego for a minute if that's what you need. It is totally okay because you need to be proud of what you created. And again, if you're looking to start a business, you know what? Facebook is where to start. I am still like sometimes like, I hope they like it, and then it sits in my shop, for months and nobody buys it, and they're like, yeah, I'm like, you know what? I don't care. Like, I still I'm like the mom that still looks at the macaroni, Christmas ornament, and I'm like, man, that's so gorgeous. Like, that's how I am when I look at my own projects. I'm like, dang it, that's awesome. But I just really want to encourage you on this Tuesday, because remember, we only get this day once. This day is only going to happen once in your lifetime. So you really just need even if today is just you sitting there thinking about, man, I really do know how to make something. Like, I'm really cool. Like, I can see a wreath and pick a color for it, a wreath frame and pick a color for it. Guess what? I decided to put these cute little ladybugs on it. Oh my God. Like, I look at what I'm doing. Like, I'm creating and I'm, just exploring and doing all of these amazing things. Like, take today and think of all of the things. Write them down if you have to, because I'm a huge journaler. I've got all kinds of like random notes. Write down like all of the things that you know how to do. Like, how to operate a glue gun. How to work a wreath frame. How to, when the sales at the Dollar Tree are like, or not the sales, but like when the new items come out, like, how to do these things. Toot your own horn for a moment. Let it happen. And then that will feed that little burning desire in you to kind of like start that little side business and grow from there. Because I know everybody would love to be that one person that's like, you know what? Like, I have a wreath shop. Like, I'm going to go into the mall one day and somebody's going to be like, you know what? I have a wreath store. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, why don't we have these? So you guys can be that person that starts that up, like it'll be like the Bath and Body Works, but wreaths. That would be so cool. But yes, I just wanted to come on here, just inspire you guys, because it's still kind of early. It's only 8:20 in California, if my clock is correct. But yes, I want to inspire you guys. Keep going, keep moving, keep doing it, because you guys are talented. You guys are awesome. Make today count. And I will, of course, see you guys on Sunday because we're going to do another live. I just felt like coming on here because I was just like, you know what? This community needs to hear this. So anyways, have a fabulous, fabulous Tuesday. And for all of you Star Wars people, I've only watched 2 of the movies because I couldn't make it through anything else. So sorry. But I hope today is everything that you want it to be. And tomorrow, I guess, is tacos and tequila. I don't drink. But I hope you guys all have a fabulous Cinco de Mayo too. So see you guys on Sunday. Let me turn this off.